what's the excitement? The excitement is a little thing called retail, and I'm sure this is something that you discuss every morning of your cornflakes, retail net flows, which basically is how much are you buying, you and me, the retail traders. And what you can see here that we're buying quite a lot. Nice little spike there, and there's a bit more of a dramatic version of that. They call it a retail imbalance. How imbalanced are you feeling this morning? As in, how much more are you buying than usual? And it is the largest imbalance ever, which means retail,
Ooh, I didn't know this.
Me are buying more than ever. And that's what's driving the market up. I don't feel like it's going up, but it's what's underpinning the whole thing, because the hedge funds have already shorted and the institutions have been selling, and the only people out there buying is us. Institutions are noticing it because their buying is so big, and they're going, why are we going against the trend again? Right, which is kind of important.
Man, I'm so glad that somebody like Felix is out there making videos like we do. Like legitimately, I just put a post out on my YouTube feed that said something of the effect of the market hasn't changed in price since November, and you wonder why it's so difficult. Well, it's because market breadth has evaporated. I went through here and every single sector, let me refresh. Every single sector is bearish. Not one sector is bullish. Right? Let's do this together. Let's just hit a couple. What's your favorite sector? Financials? I'm a financial kind of guy. Look at this. Bearish, ultra bearish. I don't know. I like staples. I like to eat bread. Let's see. Yeah, bearish. Let's look at utilities. I like to keep the lights on. Bearish. It doesn't end. Every single sector in the market has bearish breadth. Now let's conceptualize this, right? What that means is all the buyers that were there have already bought. And the only thing left to do for those buyers is to sell. Okay? And it may not have started to trickle through into the market yet, but this is happening under, not that. That is not the slide I'm clicking on. Holy crap. Hang on. I'm going to have to close my slides and reopen it. Hang on. As you see, I keep notes to myself. Every single episode, you need to leave the audience with a good outcome. I really hope that I try and do that. But what I'm trying to show you is this slide. I don't know why my PowerPoint like freaked out there. What you're seeing is the transition point, okay? What you're seeing right now is everybody who is screaming buy is starting to say, what's going on? Hang on. What's going on? So under the surface, the market is evaporating. And that's why I have not been in the market at all, right? I see the comments and they're like, well, you're such a great trader. Why aren't you trading? Because I don't want to put my money at risk. Bros, I have figured out the easy button for trading, okay? And that's when you get your market trend and your market breadth going in the same direction. Now, why? Why, right? A rising tide lifts all ships. If everybody's buying, oh, that's ugly. If everybody's buying, then the market's going to rise, okay? But if sectors are getting weaker and weaker, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? So I'm not surprised at all to see the market pulling back. If it closes under the 20 period, if you hold any stocks and it closes under the 20 period, that is a big, giant red flag to get the frick out, okay? That is one of my rules that Mahesh didn't follow last year. Mahesh had some losses, and I kept telling him, dude, when it closes under the 20, get out of everything. Where's that slide? When it closes under the 20, get out of everything. You do you. But I'm telling you, when the market's acting like this, this is not a market I'm putting my money at risk in, okay? Not at all. So when Felix is talking about the retail imbalance, that means that way more retail investors are buying this, right? They're being suckered in. They're being suckered in so hard. This is the largest retail imbalance ever. Retail versus institutions, right? Like hedge funds, Fidelity, all of your retirement accounts, right? Anything that you could have some other portfolio manager run is the opposite of retail, okay? you're getting suckered into this. Jeff, hey man. Seems like you may not be aware about Felix's paid service. It's a scam. I got the whole pitch. Did research before committing and fortunately discovered it's a literal scam. That sucks. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know anything about Felix's service, but I know that Felix actually does understand how the market works, especially compared to these other channels we talk about. So keep that in mind for everybody out there. So thanks for sharing, Jeff. And Jeff, dude, jump in more often. Good to see you. Felix is a top guy. Spoken to him personally. He's very much a no BS kind of guy like me. Have you researched the service? Okay, we're going back and forth here. Haven't paid for any services. All right, Marco. Are you shorting that slide? Yes. So you can get access to my slide deck in the VIP Investors Toolkit right here. Now, it doesn't have all of, I have a lot of extra slides in here, right? My morning videos, I use a different slide deck than my afternoon videos, but the gist of it is there, right? All the ones that you're going to pay attention to is there. Okay, we're going to skip through y'all talking about Felix. Feel greedy when others are feeling bearish. Yeah, exactly. ESAT. What it's hot will burn. Yeah, what's hot's going to burn for sure. Nico. What about the time market beats market? Ooh, okay. What about time in the market beating timing the market? Hear me out. Hear me out. Only price pays. And here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing, Nico. This you can actually see on a chart. You can throw 3 moving averages on there. You guys know this. The outlier trend template, right? The outlier trend template, the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. And when those 3 moving averages are pointing north, when they're pointing up to Canada, that's a great thing. When those 3 moving averages are pointing south towards Mexico, you let's go to AMD. You don't want to be involved in that, right? So because only price pays, that's only half the equation, right? Time in the market, you're going to love this. Time in the market on stage 2 uptrend, hell yeah, let's go. Time in the market on a stage 4 downtrend, no thank you, ma'am. No thank you, ma'am. Okay, let's get back. His videos are indeed good. Adam, can you look at BTU? Remind me in just a little bit, Adam. We can jump into that. Scottish guy. Felix has been really helpful for me building my in and out rules when just starting the last few years. Absolutely, yeah. Felix charges $6,000 just to get started. Okay, listen, y'all keep. I like Felix's videos. That's all I'm doing here. I feel like every time I put them on, I feel like I learned something, and I feel like it's worth sharing. So, I appreciate you guys telling other people though if it's not such a great thing. Institutional money managers are also involved or invested more than last week, but it's not enough for that retail imbalance, is what he's saying. It really needs to go down first, I guess. Update from yesterday. OPP. Roland. Hey, y'all. Sebastian, I was just talking about you. Hopefully we can do that outlier meetup over at your house this year. Hey, everybody's staying at Sebastian's house, okay? I heard he's got lots of extra rooms. Look at PM. Retailers, the man's keeping us down. Let's get back.
I've been waiting for like literally by accident. I was at a friend's apartment at the right time at the right place to meet a friend of a friend. And that was literally it. And I was looking for a job at the time, and he said, "Oh, my colleague's looking for a junior." That's literally how I got the job. Most random thing in the world. And it turned me from someone who hated investing, thought that he sucked at it, was terrible at it, lost half my money, into someone who now just loves it. And it's absolutely amazing. It's given me the most freedom ever. And now I get to share this with you, which is like super, super fun. I've been doing this for 4 years now. And my whole mission here is just to see more people move out of the misery that's usually sitting in a cubicle into actually enjoying life and doing what you were put on this planet to do. And it's insanely satisfying. I absolutely love it. We have a whole team of Stephanie. You met some other traders. Stephanie, see, you kind of started.
I wanted more context. I liked what he said about the retail imbalance, but I wanted more context. Let's see what he has to say about this stock here. Amazon.
Basically, it can go up 15%. I don't know why it would, because people are bad.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, he's going to talk about. I can already see it. I can see it coming. So he's talking about an exotic options trade. Okay, I've done it. Yeah, the audio is a bit low. I had to turn up my speakers too. I don't know if I want to talk about this. Yeah, so here's, tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna skip any more of Felix's video. We're gonna go to chart requests. Reason being is that I know Felix has, I don't know Felix, but I know he has a great sense of the market, but I don't want to share exotic option strategies. Listen, I've been there. I lost over $200,000. I spent, trying to think of how many years I did this. 4 years, 2009, 6 years. Yeah, oh yeah, 6 years trying to get selling options to work. Now, could have bought a house at that time. Can't now with $200,000, but I could have bought a house with what I lost. And 6 years of my life. And I'll never forget the day when I was explaining this to Minervini. Y'all have heard this story before. I was explaining this strategy to Minervini. And he looked at me, he said, Chris, no, he didn't say it this nicely. He said, Chris, this is why your trades suck. Okay? What you're describing here, this is why your trades suck. That was the moment my life changed. He gut punched me. He brutally kicked me in the throat and said, stop doing that shit, basically. Focus on one thing. If you're going to be bullish, be bullish. Don't do a spread. Don't do a complicated iron condor. Don't do an iron butterfly. Don't do, and that is why I do not want to share with you whatever, because I can see it. I know this. I know options inside out, backwards, and Monday to Thursday. Okay. I can tell you exactly what he's doing right there, but I don't want you to do that. And I don't even want you to know about it. All right. So when I trade now, the objective is one thing. That is to buy deep in the money calls, because I don't want to pay as much theta decay as I can. I want to pay as little theta decay as I can. And I want to have as much leverage as I can for that call. Okay. But doing these kind of exotic option strategies was a recipe for disaster for me. Absolute recipe for disaster for me. But who am I? Who is this random guy on the internet? Well, once I find my slide, I'll tell you who I am. My name is Christopher Yule. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, including Minervini. It was, I know people have asked, so it's Minervini, Jason Shapiro, Tom Basso, Larry Height, the very first $1 billion hedge fund manager. Hang on. Minervini, Jason Shapiro, Larry Height, Tom Basso, and Jack Schwager. Yeah. So all 5 of them I've learned so much from, right? And I've been successfully trading since 2009, but I'll tell you, not every one of those years was successful. But this is where we save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. Now, be sure to stick around, because we're going to go through some of my top setups, which you're going to drop in the chat as well. I would love to hear those. And normally we'd rank a video. I'm not going to rank this one, but I do want you to subscribe if you haven't already. I was really, really hoping that there would be more to the video. But Felix's videos are mostly like 45, 50 minutes long, and not all of it is super useful. I was trying to find a useful spot, but either way, we can skip past that. Let's go on to the next step, which you guys are going to love, and that is our member highlight. And don't forget to stick around, because of course our top setups are coming up next. So let's hit our member highlight. Let's find the button. Where's that dadgum McGillicuddy button? Right there. Oh, it's Friday. It's Friday, and you know what that means. You know exactly what that means. It is time for our weekly winners circle. Now, I'm ultra stoked. I love the weekly winners circle. All you have to do in the weekly winners circle is tell us how you used Outlier this week. And I'm going to go through a few of them. Let's see. Weekly winners circle. Where's that? Share your big wins. Right there. Last week, everybody won. Unfortunately, we can't do that every week. So let me find where I congratulate everybody. Yeah, hang on, just give me 10 more seconds here. Right there. Okay. So Where's it at? Please know everyone last week. I'm sorry. I should have scrolled up a little bit further. Okay, congrats to everyone. You're all winners this week. What we're going to do is I'm going to go through here, and it looks like a lot of people posted. A ton of people have posted. And I'm going to write down your username, and then we're going to throw it in the random number generator, okay? Because I'm not going to pick who wins. I'm not going to pick who wins, right? I don't play favorites here. We're going to throw it in the random number generator. The random number generator is going to tell us who the winner is. And April will ship you out a $10 Amazon gift card on Monday. So let's see who posted this week. Party Van talked about first post here. He's learned about ATR, so that's exciting. Den Whitcomb. And if you're here, say hi, right? I know some of y'all are going to be here. New to trading, attracted by the YouTube videos and the idea of long trading. Looking forward to learning how. Mahesh is not eligible. Wes is here all the time. Good to see you, Wes. Huey Logistics. I know I didn't spell that right. It's okay. Whoa is here. That's Nathan. Whoa. And Dave the rock star. Tech. Book 3M. So my win so far this week was purchasing Outlier. I've been watching the YouTube channel for a while and liking how you're putting it. I think this type of analysis is what I've been trying to find. I can't wait to see how this improves my trading. Absolutely. Let me keep on scrolling. There's a lot this week, which is exciting. Bob. Oh, not boss. We need Bob. All right, let's continue on here. Whoa, Steve J, who absolutely murdered it with Palantir. Congratulations, Steve J. By the way, I put another post out on my YouTube channel. This is what you want to see when you are a shareholder in anything, when you own any stock and it gaps up on earnings. If it runs like this, welcome to the new norm. Welcome to the new world. Okay. This is called a gap and go, which is exactly what you want to see as any sort of shareholder. So I was super stoked to see that. I wasn't in this, right? But I did tell everybody this, who would listen, right? Running into earnings, that is a fantastic trade. I couldn't have been more bullish. Not at all on Palantir. And I've got the receipts to prove it. Okay. I'm not one of those channels who tells you to buy one thing and then when I happen to be wrong, whoops a daisy, I happen to delete that post. Yeah, we're as transparent as it comes over here. Then we got Ryan M, Colecat, Stevie J, Mikey Mike, Dave, Ryan M. Let's see who else is here. Flavio. Palantir earnings win. That's exciting. Dave. Chris trades 85. My biggest win with Outlier so far was getting almost 100% cash and not holding Google. Just to post this here and say, thanks to Chris, my first attempt to short was not a success, but cost him $23, but it saved him around $1,600 through Google. So outstanding, dude. Congratulations. How many years of Outlier did that just pay for? Exactly. Grim 309 is on there. Talking about his first win right there. That's exciting. Sean K from the UK. I see Nico and David are trying to type real quick. Sean K from the UK. I'm trying to beat you guys to it. Once I type in the congratulations, you can't get there anymore. Zap. Let's see. So many people. Mari's in there. Mari. Let's see. Joey nailed it on some hymns. Joe EE. Right? Hymns is another incredible stock right now. I don't know where y'all got the idea for hymns, but that one is just like, that's moonshotting right there. That's what you want to see. 10, 20, 50 cross north. That's how the game is played. Okay. Let's continue on. See who else put anything over here. I see you guys trying to get in there at the very last moment. I see you. Jean-Louis, Bluefin Trader. AJC. There's so many of y'all this week. This is so exciting. Albertone, ALB or RTONE. Ryan M, Bob, Wes, Nico sneaking in at the buzzer, a buzzer beater with the Marco B. All right, that's it. No one else. If you're not on there, you don't get to count anymore. Sorry, you can try for next week. All right, so we've got 1 + 1 on each one. Okay, I see you guys. I see y'all trying to sneak in. See, all right, fine. I'll do it. I'll do it. MRP number 26. That's it though. That's it. My big win was buying Outlier for a discount of 60%. Absolutely. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this. We're going to go to random.org, and it's going to verify if I'm a human. Let's see how it does. Successful. All right, random number generator between 1 and 26, right? Yep, MRP was the last one. So when I click this button, the next number that pops up will be our weekly winner of the week. Isn't it so fun? I love to do it. I love to do it. And I don't know if you guys know, this is our secret evil strategy to get y'all to give us testimonials, right? So we get to have fun and y'all get to get paid. And it's fun to have the lottery too. So, all right, let's see. Hectech's like, let's go. Come on, let's go. All right, y'all ready? In 3, in 2, in 1. Number 8. Who's number 8? It was great to be number 8. Book 3M. Book 3M. I don't know if you're here in the chat, but congratulations to Book 3M. You're the winner this week. Way to go. Now, I know you're a dude because 92% of our audience is a dude. So congratulations, dude, at Book 3M. Congrats. I can't spell that. Congrats to you for winning this week's weekly winners circle. I'm gonna tag April so she'll take care of it. Boom. There we go. All right. Who was that? Are they in the chat here? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't look like it, but that's okay. Marco asks, are you also doing deep in the money puts? Freaking sure, yeah. But I haven't bought any since 2022. Like the market has not given any put opportunities. Nico, Felix says he can. I guess he's saying Felix says he can make money anytime, regardless of the market is bullish or bearish, which is that exotic option strategy, which, in my opinion, is a risky thing to do. Rick, yeah, Felix is basically selling spreads. Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't do spreads. I have lost so much money with spreads. It's unbelievable. You know what, ESAT? One day I hope to be there with my friends. One day I hope to be there with my friends. Thank goodness it's Friday. Adam, I'm currently doing a research paper on options pricing. I'd like to know. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I can't read. I like how you want to avoid high risk strategies, but I thought straddles would be worth mentioning if premium is low and expecting good news. So you're talking long straddles or short straddles? I assume a long straddle. So a long straddle is where you're buying a call and a put at the money, right? That is the most costly trade, right? Because at the money options are the most expensive. They are the most expensive because they're only extrinsic value. They're 100% extrinsic value, maybe a little bit intrinsic, but 100% extrinsic value with the highest cost associated with it. Anything deeper in the money, you get more in the moneyness, you get more intrinsic value. Adam, you know exactly what I'm talking about here, I'm sure. Adam, I love options. I nerded out so hard on options. But those are the most expensive options, right? And market makers aren't dumb, right? The people who are pricing these options, pricing that extrinsic value, right? Intrinsic value is just math. It's just the price of the strike price minus the price of the stock, right? The strike price minus the current price of the stock. That's your intrinsic value. Extrinsic value is the volatility, the expected moves. So, I mean, if you know something where you'd want to buy a long straddle, I would find it difficult unless your aunt is Nancy Pelosi to know when that is. But I mean, your aunt may be Nancy Pelosi, and if it is, let's hang out sometime. I'd love to get her number as well. Discord has exploded. Party van, great handle. ORC Oracle. I like that too. Okay. Electronic music, what's up? Come on, number 5. Adam, congrats. Everybody's saying congrats. I don't know if Book 3M is here. It doesn't seem like it. But that's okay. It's Jeremy. Keith Shannon. When are you guys dropping some Outlier merch? Oh, so we've been working really hard on that. Let me go to the merch real quick. Merch section. We're not done, but we've got a few different ideas for monkey hammers. but our merch store, it may, tell me, look down below this video. Do you see the merch store? I'm not 100% sure if it's up or not. And these prices are actually going to be lower. We're going to do cost plus 10%, which is just enough to cover like our fees and any refunds that we have to do. So it's going to be at the lowest possible cost that we can give you guys. So it's coming soon. We're still working on finalizing those designs, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for y'all to wear it. Is that the same as a cash secured put? No. A cash secured put is when you're selling a put, which is essentially buying the stock, but you're limiting your headroom. You're limiting your gains. No, not the same as a cash secured put. I would not ever do a cash secured put at this point in my life. I actually sold Infineon after the news gap. What's that ticker? Was that a gap and go? Was it a gap and crap? I don't know. Adam with the black hearts. Coach B, what's up? He said, Nancy burned too many people. No link. Okay, it's not there yet. That's okay. We'll get there. Get there. Maybe in the next week or so. The amazing. I'm excited to see the prices. Have a nice weekend. Where are y'all going? We ain't done here yet. We're going to talk about setups. Drop them in the chat. I want to know what you have to look at. Okay. What I'm going to do is drop your stocks in the chat. We'll look at them on the chart. We'll look at them in Outlier. We'll try to come up with game plan for you. If you are in that already, I'll give you some ideas on if you want to get out. And we'll see where we can go from there. IFX. We'll start with Marco's IFX. IFX. Oh, hang on. IFX. I don't have that. That must be on a different broker. Here, when I type in IFX or a different country, when I type in IFX, come on, baby, come on, you got this. It gives me a crypto and then infrax system. So unfortunately, I can't look at that one, Marco. Copied that. Sean from the UK. There was merch showing on the earlier video. Maybe it's video specific. I don't know. That's way beyond my pay grade. Okay. Nico up first with Mind. M-I-N-D. Ooh, Mind looks good. I don't mind that at all. I wouldn't mind that gap. I know I'm pretty weak. I get it. Let's go on the dashboard and let's search for Mind. All right. Mind. Do we cover Mind? We cover, hang on. Type it up here. We cover 2,500 stocks, but we don't cover Mind. Okay, so I'll give you some feedback on this one here. So Mind has, this is a giant move, right? This is a lovely, lovely, beautiful trend. Only price pays, my friends. So here's what you can do. I don't see any order blocks up here. This looks to be new all-time highs. Looks like it was a penny stock that's exploded out. Congratulations on that one. You've got two options here. You can sell into strength if you find a point on the chart where you feel that there's nothing left. I don't have any order blocks to say watch out for that area. Or you can sell on weakness. Now, sell on weakness is not as bad as it sounds. Because, for example, if you followed like the 20-period moving average, right, you could have got in at the crossover here around 390-ish, and it has not crossed under that 20-period moving average yet. It has not closed under that 20-period moving average yet. When it does, though, that would be a big red flag. I would get out no matter what. So choice is yours, but there is two different opportunities for you to exit there. But if you're in that trade, bro, enjoy those profits. William Vasquez wants to look at PM. Thanks for reminding me, my friend. All right, so this is a Philip Morris gap up, okay? Now, the question is, will this be a gap and go and a gap and crap? I always give these three candles to figure out which direction that's going to go. Let's review compared to Palantir real quick. If you review this compared to Palantir, similar story, but if it breaks down under 140, then I would be getting nervous, right? Because that would be the low of this candle here. I don't know if that would maintain. So that for me would be a pullback point to get out. But otherwise, again, you could let that run for a while if you're following a moving average. I don't see anything overhead, so PM looks great. Let's go look at PM here. We'll try to get to as many as we can. Taking a hot minute. Let me refresh. Now, I need everyone to keep in mind, right? Market breadth in every single sector is going down, right? So holding any trades right now, especially if the SPY closes under the 20, is risky McGillicuddy, okay? I don't know. Did our servers just crash again? They crashed earlier this morning because we're having so many new outliers come through. Hang on. Let me Skype over to Mahesh real quick. Maybe he can reset it. It only takes like less than 5 minutes to reset. Mahesh, if you're watching, I need you. All right. So just pinged over to Mahesh. Yeah, these are one of those growing pains, which is exciting. So let's focus back in on the chart here. Let's go to the next one. Adam. Let's look at BTU. Thank you for reminding me. BTU. Oh, dude, Adam, you know what I was going to say. That looks ugly, right? That's straight pointing to Mexico, right? You've got your 10, 20, 50 all pointing south. There's no order. I mean, the next order block is down at 6. I mean, you might find some support at 6. Bro, you know where I was going with this, okay? Here's the thing. And I'm going to try and put this in a constructive way and not a criticism way. Hopefully you've been watching the channel for a little bit. You know, only price pays, right? You know this, right? And I know it sucks to look at this. I know it sucks to look at this every day. I know, listen, I've been there. I've been at Disney World and I couldn't even focus on having fun and making memories with my family because the chart of the stock that I was in looked exactly like this. So here's a little trading psychology lesson, right? You know you need to sell out, right? But you may have caught yourself in a fearful situation, right? Knowing that it should go, knowing that you should have followed your trading plan and gotten out earlier. But by not getting out earlier, right, because you were afraid it would do this, what's happened is this right here. What's happened is you're getting caught in this. Now, here's the other thing you have to take in mind, right? How much sleep have you lost on this trade, right? How many things has your wife thrown at you because of this trade? There's a lot more to trading than just clicking buttons, right? So that's my feedback on this one. I would really recommend just having a heart-to-heart with yourself and just moving on from it if you can. Let's look at RXRX. Oof, this one's ugly. Okay. So, oh man, this order block city all over the place here. I would not own this stock. I wouldn't buy this with your money. No way. Let's see. Did this ever pull through? Yeah, I think our servers must have crashed. You guys are just overloading the servers right now. That's awesome. We are in the process of upgrading a lot, and Mahesh may be pushing some upgrades too. Brian, BSY. Okay, BSY, not looking all that hot to me. I mean, you've got 10, 20, 50 pointing south. You've got this order block right here that it's struggling. It wants to come up through this order block, but every time it does, it's getting nailed. I mean, how many wicks are in this, right? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 times it's tried to break through this order block. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I would not hold this stock. Christian. Oh, OPPFI? OPPFFI. Okay, there we go. Don't usually see it's OPFI. There it is. Okay. Beautiful. That's a big difference between the two, right, guys? You know this. OPFI versus like BTU. Right. We know the difference here. So OPFI, I don't see anything overhead on this. Moving averages are looking strong. So again, if I were trading this, maybe look for a point where, in fact, let's do this. Maybe look for, you're obviously in a stage 2 uptrend right here. That's what you want to see. Maybe look for a point where it's struggling to break through. Okay. where it's struggling to get through. That may be your short-term top. And then once you find that point, it's more than likely going to crash down through the 10 or the 20 first before it really like goes anywhere. But you've got earnings coming up here. So if you've built a nice profit cushion, and if it's really accelerating away from these moving averages, I would hold through earnings for me personally. But you've got to make that choice there. Catch up on the chat here. Adam says APG. Okay, I like it. 10, 20, 50, running up into earnings. I do like to trade up into earnings. I don't see any overhead resistance on this one. APG looks really sharp. Salesforce. That's what is Salesforce? I forget. I know it starts with the C. Right? Sorry, forgive me. I can't remember what Salesforce is. It's not. Oh, I'm thinking of CrowdStrike. Where is Salesforce? I am blanking out hard on what Salesforce is. Put it in the chat for me. CRM. Thank you. I knew it started with the C. Okay. Ooh, okay. This one just right now is crossing down. Right? You've got your 10, 20, 50 crossing down. You got an order block overhead. You've got the market weakening. You've got bearish market breadth. I believe this is the time to exit on this guy. Hope you guys don't mind hanging out with this, right? I don't have any trades to put on, right? The master key will lock me out of trading for weeks at a time, and I'm okay with that. I'm so okay with that. We're working on upgrades. We are actively working on upgrades. Bob. Hey, Bob. See you too. See you, bro. Damn, I would like CLBT. Oh, okay. This is a cool one, right? You've got your 10, 20, 50. Celebrite, all pointing north. You've got earnings coming up in a couple days. Also, man, just this is what trends should look like, right? It has not closed under the 20 period moving average since November. A whole way up, it's been looking like that. So I don't trade anything through earnings, so I would just watch it there. But yeah, beautiful trade right there. APLD. APLD. Okay, 10, 20, 50, sideways trend right here. It's also got an order block not too far ahead of it. That look at this order block here, right? It's really wanted to go through it. Let's go back. Let's go back. This order block was created in July of 2023. Came up, kissed it one time, got knocked back down, and kissed it in September, again in October, came up into it in November, created a second order block, has been rejected every single time. It's going to take something monumental to get APLD up above 1095. And I think that that's going to be a very difficult ask. OKLO, didn't we do that one earlier? OKLO? No, we did OPP. We did OPI. OKLO. Beautiful. All right, running up into earnings. This is one of my absolute favorite type of trades, running up into earnings. Looks outstanding. No overhead resistance. Just be careful if you do hold that through earnings. Cake. Now, this is actually a Jeremy stock. I covered this one. And this was the one where I was like, you've got tons of relative strength here, but it looks like the relative strength has run out. It looks like the relative strength has run out. At some point, I made some notes on here too. You can see right here, it bounced into this order block and has found a tiny bit of support today. You've got earnings right here. I would be nervous on this one. I would be nervous on that one. Did Jeremy talk about BTU to make it go down like that? Gotta quit smoking hopium. Been there. Sorry, mate. My outlier just came back. Oh. Let me refresh. Still not over me yet. It's because you guys are too awesome and we've been getting so many new customers. But Mahesh, like, he's working on it right now. How are you getting order block information? Hey, Nuko, that is a beautiful picture. So these order blocks are on TrendSpider. I've got a discount code if you want TrendSpider. You don't have to get Trend Spider. There's other ways to get it, but that's what I use. But we are planning on upgrading all of our charts real soon. Not that I can show it to you right now, but we're upgrading all of our charts really soon. And when we do, order blocks are a very high priority for us to make sure that they show inside the dashboard. And when I say upgrading all of our charts, the plan is to never need any other charting platform again, and we can do every single thing inside of Outlier. So we're one step at a time, but we're getting there. Let me catch up on the chat. Nathan, we're gonna have a problem when we get to yours in just a moment. Did I skip some of y'all? I didn't mean to. Get Salesforce. Oh, I did. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I didn't mean to skip anybody. Let me go back up. Sebastian wants to look at BB. Oh, dang. Sebastian knows what's up. Ooh, but you got an order block right there. So Sebastian knows. Sebastian knows, but let's go over the rules here. If you're holding a trade up through an order block, that's when I switch it to a 5-minute chart. When it switch, and this is the only time I'll day trade. When I switch it to a 5-minute chart and it goes up into the order block and the 10 and 20 do not cross back down, I'll continue to hold, but I'll close by the end of the day. If the 10 and 20 on the 5-minute chart do cross back down, that is my exit signal, right? Because order blocks, as we've seen countless times, can be extreme overhead resistance. So while BlackBerry is catching some buyers right here, 548 is where that order block is. Nathan, I thought we were cool, man. I made a video this morning that's going to come out on Sunday. This was one of my stocks that I wouldn't buy with your money list. You know why. You know why. Nathan, where are we at? You tell me in the chat, Nathan. Where are we at when we look at this? And you know where I'm going with this, by the way. Where are we at? Everybody in the chat, put where we're at on Tesla, right? If this was our stage 1, this was our stage 2, if this is our stage 3, then where are we at on this map right here? Where are we at? Oh, Mahesh, he is into. Okay, Mahesh, thanks. Cool. I didn't realize you were on the stream. Anxiety. Yeah, I think we're all saying the same thing right there. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So Nathan, what are you doing? Are you having that anxiety? Okay, let me go back to the chat. So many messages, it's hard to keep up. Hey, Brian. The great Tradanor wants to look at Lumen. All right, the great Tradanor. 10, 20, 50 pointing south. You do have a bit of a bullish order block that is sitting in right here. It might find support, but this is not one that I'd like. PDC wants to look at the hood. Oh man, what's going on with Robinhood? Right? What did everybody sell their SoFi and buy Robinhood? Is that what happened? Man, Robinhood is killing it. So funny story. I actually interviewed to be the. Do you guys remember when the person committed suicide from that botched options trade in Outlier, or not Outlier, that botched options trade in Robinhood in 2021, right? It was this, like, I think it was a teenager, and he got a notification that he owed like $600,000 to Robinhood because he had a spread trade that didn't work out and it closed between his strikes. So he technically got really screwed on that one. It would have been fine. I'm sure that by Monday morning, it would have all been resolved. But the problem, though, is that he didn't know that. And over the weekend, he offed himself. After that happened, Robinhood reached out to me specifically and was like, hey, will you be our options educator? So I went through several rounds of interviews. They ended up going with somebody else, but that's okay because I wouldn't be here with you had I had that opportunity. So it's all good. 2 lives in a row. That guy is on fire. We'll look at Uber for you. All right. So this is a cool one. This is a cool one. Check it out. So Uber just had this crossover here, right? 1020 crossed over, price being on 50. It flirted back and forth. And this is what I mean. if this happens to you, you may lose $1 or $2, but you'll get over it, right? Between 69, 68, whatever, right? Sometimes that happens. But then it rocket shipped higher. Now, granted, assuming that you didn't know about this order block here, it looks like it might close on top of it, and then this order block disappears, right? So that, whatever catalyst that was, that had enough oomph, enough buyers come through, that looks like it's going to push through and make that order block disappear. We already looked at CRM. Thank you guys for typing it in the chat. SMCI. Did I do that wrong? SMCI? SMCI. Go. There it goes. It's just a little slow. You got your crossover today. That's what you want to see. You got earnings. It shows 2 earnings on this chart here. Clearly, that's not right. But you do have an order block not too far ahead, about $3 up ahead. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with these double earnings here. But so far, it looks great running up into earnings. I like that. Pinterest. That's pins. Oh, now TrendSpider's going slow. Maybe it's me. Maybe the problem is me, Mash. I don't know. Let me refresh this page. There. Whoa! What? Okay. Oh, man. You love to see that. Check this out. So order blocks created in October, rejected in November, kissed it in December, came up here at late January, early February, had earnings. Look at that. I have maxed out my TrendSpider for the day. That was unexpected. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it there. I don't think we're going to do any more. I don't think we're going to do any more charts. Let's see if I can catch up on the chat. If there's anything worth talking about here. I've broken Outlier and I've broken TrendSpider. We are killing it. I see lots of 6s and 7s. That's how far back I am on the chat. Nathan is definitely feeling a little bit of anxiety. Kathy Wood has Tesla, so you might want to get out. Brian, will the order blocks be different for different time frames? Absolutely, yeah. Not that I can show you, but if you go into different time frames, you will see different order blocks in there. Since Tesla's in a downtrend, should I sell my Model Y as well? Bro, all of our Model Ys are in downtrend prices, but it's not going anywhere. I like that car. Palantir, happy I didn't exit after earnings. You have a current stop loss at 100. Cool. Nathan, besides Outlier, what other trading tools do you use? Well, I used to use TrendSpider till it blew up on me. So it's clearly me. I don't know what's going on. Looks like you can read our minds. Thanks, same here. I wouldn't touch Palantir. It can run to 1,000 out, and that's okay, right? That's okay. Tech. Why generally options traders say there's an edge in selling options? Okay, so we'll go here, and then my slides still work, so that's good. Oh, the internet should still work. I can still do some Google searches. We can still do some Google searches. So let's do like a long put. No, short put. The short put is one that you sell. And I'll show you why the claim of the edge is there. Oh, this is a good example. Open in new window, open a new tab. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to take a screenshot so I can draw all over it. Here we go. See, you get so much value with coming to these live streams, right? You can ask questions. We can talk about all kinds of different things. You can watch me break the internet. Okay, so this would be current price here. So imagine that this is the current price. And imagine this current price is, we'll use 100, okay? We'll use 100 as our current price. Now, when you are buying stock, right, your break-even point is where you bought it, right? If it goes down, you lose dollars. If it goes up, you make dollars. Easy peasy. But when you sell an option, so when you sell a long put or sell a put, when you sell a short put, your break-even point goes from, let's say you sold it for $2.50. Your break-even point goes back by the amount you sold it for. So your break-even point is now 100 minus 250, which is 97.50. Man, I am looking good on here today. My art teacher would be very proud of me. 97.50. Okay. So in theory, you now have a better than 50-50 chance of making money, okay? Because 50-50 is at the money. 50-50 is right here. 50-50 is if you were to just buy the stock outright. But you were a brilliant guy. You were an absolutely brilliant guy who sold this put. The issue lies in, number one, you are capping your gains at $2.50 per share. So if this goes on out, and let's say you get out of the trade at 110, right? Your buddy who bought shares, he's like, bro, I just bought shares of this stock. Let's call it the Scrooge McDuck Corporation. So Scrooge McDuck Corporation, SCC. The Scrooge MCC. There we go. Scrooge McDuck. Daggum. I can't spell a damn thing either. So let's try that again. Scrooge McDuck with a freaking M. So SMCD. That's the name of this company here. So you bought shares in SMCD, the Scrooge McDuck Corporation, and it went up to 110. Right? Your friend is super stoked because he's a genius. Right? He made $10 per share on this trade. You sold this and you took in $2.50. That's the most you're ever going to make, my friend. The most you're ever going to make. But here's the deal. If it goes down, you get to lose just like he does, right? So if it goes down to, let's say, $90, you're still going to lose, okay? You're still going to lose. It may not be as brutal because you took in $2.50 in credit, but you're still going to lose $750 on this trade. If it goes from 100 to 90 and you took in the $2.50 credit. So in theory, I guess it's slightly less risky than buying the stock outright. But by doing so, you're capping your upside. You're putting up buttloads of margin for this. I believe it's like 20% at least. It may be 30% or more. And in my opinion, it is a horribly risky trade because if it's 20% margin, you might make $2.50 when you put up $2,000. Right? That risk reward right there is total dog dookie. Okay. So yeah, that's why options sellers claim that they have this edge, because in theory they do. In theory, they absolutely do. In theory, the edge comes from the fact that their break-even point is at 97.50, where your break-even point is at 100. And I get that. But the risk to return on options, selling options, is so skewed. And somehow I was the one guy who lost money with trading options, was selling options. Somehow I was the one guy, right? I used to follow these people on the internets. You couldn't pay me to watch their content anymore, but they're still out there. You probably know who it is. And I was convinced that this was the way to trade. And I went years for this. And like I say, I lost multiple six figures. And I was just like, why am I the only one? Because they claim 80% win rates, making money hand over fist, calling it weekly income, things like that. And yet here I am. And every one trade that I put on that loses, I now need 10 trades that are perfect to make up for it. Oh, this blows. This sucks. So yeah, that's why I would say just stay away from that as far as you possibly can. Okay, Rick says, yeah, still catching up on the chat here. Okay, there we are. We're caught up. Who's your pick for the Super Bowl? Fuck, I don't know. I don't even know who's playing. I heard Taylor Swift's boyfriend's playing. That's my pick. I'm into LVMH. Best stock ever for me. What do you think? I don't know. I broke TrendSpider. It's probably great. If you could only trade it in for a Cybertruck. Oh yeah, I would love a Cybertruck. In fact, funny story. When they first started coming out, we got a few of them where I live, and every time we see one, my kids and I were always like, Cybertruck. We just think they're so cool. And my wife made it abundantly clear, because I told her, I was like, I want to order one. Like, I was ready to order one, and she goes, don't you even dare. We're not going to have one of those in our garage. We're not going to have one of those in our driveway. And I certainly will never be seen in a Cybertruck. So do not even think about ordering one. I was like, fine. Keith, do you ever look at resistance other than order blocks? No. Reason being is that like order blocks, just I can see that they work. Any other resistance out there where I have to go and like research candles and look how far back it goes and things like that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So when I see order blocks on there, that's what I need to know. And I see that they work. Jose, very valuable information. Truly appreciate it. Quite rare nowadays. See you next week, hopefully. I hope so too. Nathan, love your attitude and philosophy on trading. You don't pump stocks like Jeremy and many others. What's the point of pumping a stock? What's the point, right? It either. So there was one point when I was on TV all the time, and my publicist, she was like, you know, Chris, just go out and give your opinion, right? Doesn't matter if you're right, doesn't matter if you're wrong. People are going to forget about it. Don't worry about it. And so that gave me a lot of comfort when I went on TV for the first time. But right, the internet doesn't forget, okay? And if you're out there pumping a stock and saying, oh, has to go to the moon, whatever, right? And then it doesn't, it's okay. It's totally okay. Just admit that you're wrong and move on. But admitting that you're wrong is a very difficult thing to do. That's why most people fail at trading. That's why 90% of traders lose 90% of their accounts in the first 90 days of trading. It's because they buy garbage stocks that are going down and they won't admit to themselves that they made a mistake. Okay, you can make mistakes. Just don't continue to make that same mistake. Rick, true that. You're awesome. No, you're awesome. Nathan, Jeremy with financial education drives me nuts. Same with me, Kevin. On cash BPRs, full coverage to 0. Took me too much risk. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome, Peter. Thank you. No, thank you. Marvel, please. I'm sorry. I broke everything. I can't do anything anymore. David, how you doing, man? I always want to ask about the Buffett quote. Get greedy when others are fearful. How does that line up with becoming the 10-50, 10-20-50? How do I identify when a trim becomes fear and greed? So inside of Outlier, let's see if Outlier is working yet. Inside of Outlier, we have a fear and greed map, and it shows you like how fearful and how greedy each individual stock is, each sector is, and everybody inside the sector. So the 10-20-50 just shows you which direction the trend is going. PowerPoint still works. So it shows you when this is happening, right? When people are getting more and more excited to sell or more and more excited to buy, that's what you're seeing in a trend, right? And so Outlier helps you identify when the turning points are, right? Outlier helps you know when people are getting overly greedy or overly fearful, okay? And that's why when I look to trade, my biggest indicator for exiting a trade is the heat maps. I love using the heat maps. Michael Wales just actually put out a great post yesterday showing about how following the heat map as an exit point would have saved him 2% on Amazon. So yeah, for sure. What my wife says goes, bro, happy wife, happy life. Don't you know? Edge comes from doing that and trades over 1,000 times. Yeah, you're right. Your wife was right. Why do girls always think that? I don't know. Only price pays. No Cybertruck for aesthetic reasons or political ones. Happy wife, happy life. Yeah, Rick. Cybertruck is the best vehicle for Batman, bro. Exactly. Nathan's got thumbs up. Rick. You're also in Texas. Can use the Cybertruck to power your house for days. Oh man, yeah. When we had that snowpocalypse, that was a thing. When's the Outlier team dinner? We're going to be at Sebastian's house. He already said we could have the basement, and it's going to be awesome. Oh, Philip Morris came through. Since this came through, we'll take a look at that fear and greed map I was telling you here. So this is the fear and greed map, and in fact, this is a good one, right? So it goes from 0 to 50 on fear and 0 to 50 on greed. And check this out. So Philip Morris got so greedy. Some of the highest readings I've seen ever. G46 in August, right? And then down here, a little bit of fear came through. And you can see when the fear came out, this giant move up here and how greedy it got very quickly before a giant sell-off, right? So this fear and greed map works great. And I love using this as an exit indicator. But then on top of that, your constituent heat map for staples, right? So everybody in the staples sector, how are they looking? Are they looking greedy or are they looking fearful? That's what you need to know, right? Because there's this great quote by Michael Cohen, co-owner of the Mets and Market Wizard. And the quote is 40% of the stock's move is due to the market. 30% of the stock's move is due to the sector. And the last 30% is due to the stock itself. So what we do in Outlier is we give you what's going on in the market, okay, with the market trend, the market breadth. Then we give you what's going on in the sector with the sector breadth, with the sector trend, with the heat map here. And then the last 30% is what's going on with the stock itself. So that's the way I look at it. And dude, I can't wait for you guys to see and trade along with me, because it's going to blow your mind. But like it's really difficult to just sit in cash, right? I'll make sure that the heat map is, I mean, it's, what do you mean by live? None of this updates intraday. It updates one time overnight. I believe it's 10 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, so no trade setup for me today. It was great to hang with you guys. Of course, tell me in the chat what you're trading. And of course, oh wait, I forgot to tell you. Hang on. We've got 1 week left on the Valentine special, which I can't find right now. Where the hell is that? There it is. The Valentine special, 64% off. But you've got 1 week left, and Mahesh has told me we will not be extending it again. If you're already in your trial, just send us an email and we'll get you uploaded or upgraded on that, right? So be sure to come back on Monday, where I'll help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. YouTube is going to recommend a couple of videos. I recommend you click one of those and watch more. Have an incredible weekend, and we will talk soon.